What's up, y'all? It's Tony Ray. It's been a while. Doing a short video talking about a surgery I had a year ago yesterday. I had the UPPP surgery. That's the Uvulopalatopharyngoplasty, the turbinate reduction. I had the whole nine, and the tonsil. My tonsils were taken out. My uvula was taken out. They did a septoplasty and a turbinate reduction, and basically what that is they the uvula helps to cause sleep apnea, so they completely removed that. Then the tonsils, they took the tonsils out as well, and then they also straightened my septum, whatever you call it, in my nose. Then they did a turbinate reduction when they went in and they did it all, basically. And it was, I sat right here in this chair a year ago today, and I had just came out the hospital. Matter of fact, 1 year ago. I stayed in this very chair that I'm sitting in right now for the first 3 days of the surgery. I got up to use the restroom, and that was it. And I sat back down. I didn't go outside, didn't do anything. I stayed in the hospital the first night, and they put me on they put some these things around my legs to keep me from getting a blood clot. That was very important to me, for personal reasons. I lost an aunt, coming out of the hospital, outpatient surgery. So she developed a blood clot, unfortunately. Rest in peace on Jackie. And she had basically a blood clot develop at, they sent her home from a knee surgery. So I wanted to make sure that, they kept me overnight, and they put some compressions on my legs and things like that. Then I went home. And when I got home, for the most part, I was on a lot of medication. And then the pain started hitting to where every time I'd wake up in the middle of the night after about, 10 minutes of dozing off, I'd wake up. So the first 2 nights was rough. And I was taking a lot of antibiotic. I mean, this is throat surgery, and in my opinion, I think you'll recover faster from getting a stent put in than throat surgery. I mean, they go in and they basically cut your throat. Everything goes through your throat. Pause. Like, if you drink something, it's gonna go. It's your throat, and if the air you breathe, food, everything. So if you can't get nothing in there, any swelling or anything like that, you're gonna have problems, right? And it's very, very sensitive when someone's been cutting on your throat. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And your cells in your throat heal white, and then it starts to scab, and then it falls off. All this is going on in your throat, way back in your throat, and it's moist, right? So it's a rough surgery. And after I was able to move around a little bit, then I was able to, I walked around the yard. That was as much as I could do, walk around the yard. I walked each corner of the yard. I walked around the house like 3 times just to keep me going and moving around, trying to exercise. And then they put these things in my nose to help keep the air, my nose open, the nasal part, right? So it could heal from the surgery. And then they put stitches in your nose, and then in a week they pulled them out. That wasn't too bad, except for one of them got clogged up. But I had been walking and exercising. That's the key thing before the surgery, get some exercise. And I would practice breathing through my mouth instead of my nose, because I knew what was coming. They were going to put these things in my nose, and they were going to basically, I was going to have to leave them in. And I just knew that would be an agony. As far as the surgery, you start getting crust from your nose where they go in and cut all that tissue out, and that crust comes out for months and months and months. You have to use nasal saline, all this different type of stuff that you use, whatever your doctor tells you to use. Nasal saline's great, it's excellent. Ricola, the cough drops for your throat. That's something I used. I used a humidifier to keep moisture in, stuff like that. I had to go to the hospital because I woke up with a nosebleed. That was a scary thing. Um, I've had a few, a couple little things happen. They say it's pretty normal. I mean, it doesn't happen to everybody, but it's happened before. Um, Certain times during the surgery, my turbinates were still acting up. Seemed like I wasn't breathing out of my nose too well. But now it's kind of like you'll go through your regular turbinate thing. Your nose might be a little stuffy, and then it'll go away in about 30 minutes to an hour, like a regular. But it took a while because that 30 minutes to an hour was a day or a half a day. So there's times it just didn't seem like it. Honestly, sometimes it didn't seem like it was working. But overall, you know, it did work out, and I feel pretty good. And you lose some weight when you do the surgery. That's normal because you can't eat everything. You know, a lot of Jello I ate, pudding. When I started building up to lasagna and things like that, that was a good thing. I kept up my exercise. I sleep better. I still wake up in the middle of the night and get something to eat because that's what fat people do. But I don't. When I am asleep, I feel like I'm in a REM sleep. Like I'm really, really, really sleep like a brick. Like I'm not a light sleeper where breathing was causing me to wake up. Or the sleep apnea. I don't have to worry about a sleep apnea machine. That having that thing on. So that's a good thing. I had to sleep with that. So what I'm trying to say is, all in all, do I think it was worth it? And do I feel better than I did before? I'd have to say yes. But it is a little bit of a recovery. Don't watch all the YouTube videos in the world, every single thing. That's what I did, and I was freaked out. But just listen to your doctor. Pray. Have faith. That things are going to work out. I've had people hit me in the DM. They said things didn't work out for them, But then I kind of listened to what they were saying and different things, and I mean, I had just got out of surgery. It's like 3 months. So, but I think their situation might have been a little different. I would try to just have faith. If you have to weigh the odds for yourself and see how you feel. What's in the best interest for you. If you're not getting any sleep, you got tissues all around the bed. Your nose is running all the time. You're having to use nasal sprays like I was. Abusing nasal spray. I was using Fluosinate too much. One squirt. For 12 hours is good enough. But my nose was so clogged up, I was using it, more than that. It was rough. Now I do have a little bit of allergy, so sometimes with the allergy and the turbulence, sometimes it makes my nose seem like it's kind of watery and a little bit clogged up. But that's part of the allergy part of it. There's nothing I can do about that. You might not have allergies. If I didn't have allergies, I'd have it made. So they tried to get me on some kind of allergy shots, but I was a little skeptical about that. So that's a whole nother thing. But it's not an overnight thing. You're not going to go into surgery and then 4 days later, 7 days later. It's a gradual thing. It takes a while for this stuff to heal. It actually takes a year for it to fully heal, they say. A year. So I'm fresh out of a year. So that's why I wanted to do this video. I sat right here in this chair for a week. I bought this recliner just for the surgery. And I happened to find it. I happened to find one, a good one, and at a good price. And you'll sleep. You'll sleep on your back when you have it done. You'll sleep on a wedge probably because they want you to be lifted up. I still sleep on a wedge. I've just gotten used to it. I have not went back to pillows since I had the surgery. I sleep on a wedge. Matter of fact, I'm hoping I don't get rub my hair out in the back. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You know, just do what your doctor says. Have faith and weigh your options for yourself. But you can make it. You can get through it. You know, get you. It was some support system. You know, I had some support. You know, my wife, my daughter. You know, they were with me. You know, throughout the whole thing. You know, and after about a week, you'll slowly start to get back to some regular food, this, that, and the other. A month out, you'll even feel better. It's just a gradual thing. The steps, there's so many different steps and so many different milestones that I can't tell you that it's going to be this and then next week it's going to be that and this it's going to be this. It depends on the person. Ice cream, you're going to eat stuff like that. But I mean, I was back walking my daily walk and doing most of the things I was doing in a month. I was back to work in 3 weeks to a month. I would drive short distances. I didn't like being out a lot after the surgery. Like 3 weeks out, I kind of took my time. I did one job like the third week. Like I didn't go to work for about 3 weeks. Some people might go to work a week later, you know, and that's great and everything. But I took my time because my blood count was kind of low from the surgery, so I was tired all the time. So if I went to the store, came back, you know, I felt like I had worked for, you know, the third shift or something. You know, it was kind of weird. But then after I started eating some red meat, building up my count, you know, the doctor said, you know, and get you a doctor that's good. You know, one thing about my doctor, he said, come back as much as you want. You know, I come in, make an appointment, he check. You know, sometimes you have a little pus in your nose, take the tweezers, pull it out, you know, get everything going for you. You know, some of that stuff can't really come out on its own. Like you blow your nose because they go in there and do the turbinate reduction, so you have to pull it out. And then you take the saline and that would loosen some of it up. And that's a process that lasts for, you know, a while. You know, I don't really happen that much anymore, you know, but that's one of the things that you have to deal with, you know, with the septoplasty and the turbinate reduction. That's a part of that. The tonsils and the uvula, you know, they heal up pretty much. You know, I was done with that probably. That part started healing up, was done with that part, and getting done with that part anywhere from 6 months ago. You know, really. You know, he looked in your throat, you know, down your throat, said that looks good, and that was it. You were out. It was mainly the turbinate reduction part. You know, that part took a while. So I feel like, you know, my doctor did a good job. Good guy, Dr. McGirt. You know, if you ever look him up, if you're ever in the Sand Hills, you know, Sand Hills area, you know, Pinehurst, North Carolina, look him up. You know, and that's pretty much it. You know, you gotta keep your head up. I probably won't do any more of these videos on this. I just wanted to let y'all know that I hit the 1 year mark, and you know, give you as much detail as I remember about it. You know, and I might post some pictures and things like that. And I would say if you're having trouble sleeping, you're miserable, breathing's a little bit off, find you a good doctor. Like I just mentioned, Dr. McGirt, Dr. Wyman McGirt, you know, in North Carolina, Southern Pines area, you know, Pinehurst, all that. You know, look him up. You know, and you know, he got a friendly staff, and you know, you can come back as much as you want. You can wear him to death like I did. But yeah, but y'all take care, and good luck to you. I'm out.